but I am not fond of that Kagura pick because
Me too.
it just takes way too much time for the damage to come through. And against a team as aware as the Philippines, we've already mentioned it, they will not allow that kind of damage to come in.
Yeah, that's true. Agree with that. Maybe the other burst damage such as Lunox or maybe Lilia could be
Yes.
the answer for Malaysia in the first game. But let's move on. Let's go into the game number 2. Philippines versus Malaysia. It's gonna be the first pick for the Lang Malangkas team here. There's gonna be a Yuzong ban out. I totally respect for Formace, and there's no joy as well because Malaysia totally had a nightmare because of that.
Ooh, the joy being banned by Malaysia. But remember, Momo-chan, there has been a pattern. The team on the red side usually comes out on top.
Yup.
Right now for the Philippines, though, I think it's not too different. It's the Yuchong being banned away. Of course, that part is different. But then the Yiv also banned out to ensure that if the Philippines want to go for that long-range situation, I guess if Malaysia wants to pick up that Farsa, the Philippines won't really have a replacement. For now, though, Malaysia is content just banning out that digging, ensuring that if they want to go and grab the Filipinos
Yeah.
in the middle of the fight, they can do so without any interruptions.
Digi ban out from Malaysia. It means they want to secure more the crowd control hero here, maybe such as Benedetta, or maybe they want to give a slow damage as well, right? But it depends on the last ban coming from Malaysia because Philippines, they ban out this Kaja, so it's left 1-1 open for Philippines in the hand of Soriano if they want to. But will Malaysia give it away to him?
Might be a bit too dangerous, but you can see that for the Philippines, what is the main focus? To ensure that we do not get caught. They understand that the Malaysians, they enjoy that very brutal playstyle where they just keep going in. So if they're able to actually avoid that engage from the Malaysians, you can see in game number 1, despite all the flanks, all the aggressive movements from Malaysia, they're able to kite back and comfortably just pick off the members of Malaysia one by one. But they will ban away this 1-1 from Soriano.
Yeah, I think it's a wise decision from Malaysia to ban out this 1-1 away because in the hand of Soriano, maybe not just Soriano, we know how strong 1-1 is after the weakness point breakup. I think it's gonna be a huge crossbow off-tank damage coming from this good lane, right? And Philippines, they have a chance to just secure this Valentina picks if they want to. A Valentina pick.
Valentina.
Is it gonna be the prio pick for Philippines or with the Farsia?
If they go for the Valentina, then they won't be able to use that long-range playstyle any longer. It will allow them, though, to be very much aggressive in the mid lane, but if they go for that Benedetta, it's still flexible, kind of, but for the most part, it might just go back straight to Dapadap, who was able to have so much impact, so much pressure in the previous game.
True, the
Whoa.
Oh, I think it's not gonna be Feller.
Could it be? Could it be?
Is it? Yeah, maybe.
Valir.
Feller, if they want to, they can try to pick it. We know that this Feller has the anti-CC, right, from the ultimate itself.
True.
But Faramis shadow pick comes in from Malaysia. With the Colt Arthur, it will make all of the Malaysian team fight here will be more sustained. They will have a long team fight.
Right. But if we talk about the early game, though, usually the Faramis called Alter will keep your team alive, but can you have enough damage to dish it back? Because once you get taken out during the called Alter, it also means that you are out of the fight for a bit, and during that time, your allies get beat up anyways. So they go for the Valentina instead, and that Fredrin, denying it from Wise, potentially. But now...
And the reason as well why they ban out this Digi, right? Because they
Yes.
want the CC, the taunting that Fredrin has to for the team fight in the hand of Malaysia and Philippines. Is it gonna be another Farsia for Imam?
Maybe the marksman first, as I
Or
was about to say.
Okay.
Beatrix or the Leslie. I mean, the Leslie performed really well in the previous game.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned, Momo-chan, this crowd control game is important. And for Formace, being on a Fredrin means that he can deal with Dapadap just that much better. Although it's still very much a skill matchup. And now for the Philippines, they will opt to go for that Lolita yet again. Probably providing protection and early game utility, especially in that gold lane.
Yeah, even though Malaysia they picked this Matrix, or maybe even though they picked this Iritel, Philippines they already has the counter here with the Guardian Bulwark coming from Lolita, right? So Malaysia, what will they pick as a third pick comes in right now? Is it gonna be the next gold lane? If they don't secure the gold lane right now, I think there's a chance as well for Philippines to just, you know, just ban out of the gold lane choices here, right? The golden option, they just can ban that bad trick, they can ban the Iritel or MALAYSIA if they want to, or even the Cloud. So giving a small options for Malaysia for the gold lane position, but it's gonna be Ruby.
Oh, Ruby, wow.
Another crowd control coming from Malaysia, because they know there's not gonna be there's no DG in this game.
They also want to, I think, counter Soriano with the conceal, because the Ruby can very much stop the movement of the Leslie despite still concealing. So I think that might be one of the main goals. For Malaysia though, they had enough of that early game oppression coming in from Del Rosario. They ban out that Barats, but that means that the Philippines have an option here to go for a different jungler. The Fredrin is no longer available. The Granger comes to mind, but let's be real here. That is a very situational pick, so I don't think that will be the case.
Yep, okay, they're still thinking about the next banning phase for both of the teams. Philippines, they just ban out. Okay, that Leomord is a good choices as well, because Malaysia, I think for sure this Fredrin will goes into the hand of Formace, right? I never seen Chico play this Fredrin jungler, or maybe it's gonna be a Valentina jungler for Chico.
Well, you never know. But for the Philippines, banning with the Leomord means that the Malaysian is down. The Malaysian team members are down one engaged tool yet again. Final bans right here, and if the Philippines want to keep applying this kite back strategy, denying more engages will be important. But for the side of the Malaysians, will they ban away that Farsa? It was one of the main reasons why they were able to just get kills from so far away. It will be banned out by the Malaysians. So, what will Imam be playing? Will it be more aggressive picks, or is it someone with equally long range? Because usually when Yves and Farsa are both down, Sicilian comes to mind, but in the current meta, man, it's going to be very difficult for you to survive in that laning phase.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. There's no high ground for Philippines, because Malaysia, they respect ban this Farsa, and there's no Gushin as well, because they know with the burst damage that can mold down all of the heroes from Philippines here, there's no sword pike, there's no Incandescence as well from discussion, so they want to ban it away. They know how dangerous this hero, so we won't see it in the game number 2 here. Meanwhile, it's gonna be Iritel Shadow pick coming from Malaysia.
Iritel here makes a bit of sense. It's a lane bully trying to shut down the Leslie from the early game. It will be locked in for Momo. But as you mentioned, Momo-chan, if they can get an assassin here, it's probably very beneficial. They have a chance to save that last pick to see if the Philippines do have a juicy, squishy backline that Chico can take advantage of with an assassin. But of course, we have to wait and see. Because for the Philippines, if they don't want to go for that, they still have the option of going aggressively with something like a Lilia, as we mentioned earlier. Oh, hang on. Is this a statement by Imam? It is. It's a Kagura, and it's gonna be. It's not locked in just yet, but the tank Guinevere coming in from Del Rosario, it is so annoying. It is so oppressive. It will be the duo, essentially Villaluna and Del Rosario, just two-man tanking it for the team. Will that be enough damage, though? We'll have to see.
I was thinking another question though, actually, RC. Is it gonna be enough tanky for Philippines, right? With just only Lolita in the hands of Villaluna, it means that Philippines, they have to play more aggressive with this kind of draft. They have this Guinevere, they have the potential with the crowd control from the violet requirement, and also I just feel that Imo want to show to Malaysia like, hey, this is how you play Kagura. You know, I'll show you in the game number 2. And now the last pick for Malaysia, it will goes into the other jungler, which is it's gonna be other Akai, another Akai pick from Malaysia.
Oof, if it's another Akai pick, then the backline will be still very much invulnerable. But it is gonna be a Dairoth. in the jungle. All right, it's Chico on the direct jungle, so expect a lot of action in the early game for sure. But now this is the question. I think, can Malaysia get some steam in the early game? Because later on, if Imam and Soriano scale up and do a lot of damage, it's going to be very tough for Malaysia to actually find an opportunity to punish their squishiness in the back line, because they have gone for a bit of a front-to-back composition themselves.
Interesting to see, but Malaysia looking very, very strong from the draft since in the game number 1 actually. But the problem is, how do they initiate it inside the game later? How the execution will works for Malaysia? They have a lot of CC coming from Ruby. They have the Fredrin, but the problem is they have to make some space for Ilitel to just secure his item.
Now that it's a front-to-back from both these teams, I do feel that the gold lane that gets ahead first will be able to melt on the frontliners faster. That usually is how it goes when a mirror front-to-back composition game comes along. But ladies and gentlemen, we are into game number 2 between the Philippines and the Malaysians. We'll see, can the Malaysians equalize or can the Filipinos claim the victory?
Let's see, is it gonna be 2-0 for Philippine Langs Malakas, or is gonna be Malaysia Langgar for his game?
Malaysia Langgar will be fun to see for sure, but before doing that, they need to have that lane control, and so far, with the different picks in the lanes, it is a lot better.
Agree with that, but I think Philippines, they still need to see how these Chiku guys play with this Daira, right? Because this is the first time that I see Chiku with this Daira as a jungler position.
Exactly, it's not exactly an orthodox pick, but look at the mid side. Imam trading out against Moon, already getting a bit of an advantage, and Soriano on this Leslie. You would think that he is going to be losing, right? He's going to actually have a tough time in the lane, but he's actually holding his own against Momo. And that is a bit concerning for the Malaysians for sure, but we need to wait and see, can Chiku start getting the ball rolling? Obviously, at level 4, that Abyssum Strike will be one of the main key factors, key tools in the big team fight. The turtle is spawning in 20 seconds though, but there we go. That is an engage by Yums. Villa Luna is forced to flicker away, and they go win with Abyssum Strike. That is a first blood in the mid lane, however. Imam shows the Malaysians how it's done, and on the bottom side, yet another duel, and Momo attacked the minions a bit too much there, and Soriano is able to secure a very good trade.
Really a good poke damage coming from Soriano, but as 1-for-1 in the early minutes here for both of the roamers, I think it's quite fair for Malaysia as well, right? But Villa Luna tank a lot of damage coming from Malaysia with the Guardian Bulwark. Meanwhile, they want to try to contest this turtle.
Chiku guys going for the turtle, still getting petrified though with the Electro Final Blow combo. There we go. Turtle actually gets taken by Dapadab. That is a disaster as Chico gets taken out, and now the rest of the team will follow as Yums is being knocked up. He gets taken out by Del Rosario. Yin Yang Overturn is located, but it doesn't actually land. And Del Rosario actually picks up one more as Soriano comes out of nowhere. Moon trying his best to survive, but it won't be enough as Dapadab goes straight back in. The Filipinos are taking control right now.
If I was Soriano just now, I will just say, hey, can you just give me the kill points? I need it actually. And the part of it just anyhow, okay, I will just use my Phantom Slash to finish it.
He walked all the way there and he did not get that kill, but here we go. I'm offended being used, and Villa Luna gets taken very low as Momo. He's walking around, keeps attacking again and again. He is still alive, not for long though, but can the trade back be secured? Yums will be able to deny that, and the Malaysians get a bit of a small victory. The snipe from Soriano. Combo with the overturn though. That is Moon making the plays happen, and Soriano picks up one more kill. Abyssum Strike though will take out Imam as a consequence. And we have a game in our hands, boys.
Wow, at least it's 1-for-1 for both of the teams right now. And look at the combo that comes from the Yin Yang Overturn pop-ups by Imam. It makes sure that one member from Malaysia, of course, will be dead.
Ooh, here we go though. Luminous Blast being charged up. Villa Luna with the flicker actually won't be able to secure as Momo will jump away with the ultimate. But now with 3 members down here, the snipe is being used by Soriano, but they won't be able to secure any kills just yet as Chiku is all over the map trying to farm up. He is one of the main win conditions for the Malaysians. Maybe we'll see a play happen in the top side.
Yeah, meanwhile, Dapadab. Ooh, the flame shot. Ooh, coming from Imam, and Moons need to be forced to using that flicker to run away to get out from the death.
Del
for himself.
Rosario, he just comes in and tries to secure the kill with the Retribution. Unfortunately, this is very slightly off. And now without the Retri available for just a while here, they're going for the play. It's still 3v2 right now. Electro Final Blow has been used as Chico gets very, very low. A Wisdom Strike onto the turtle, but it's still alive. Retribution will secure the turtle finally, and the Malaysians will be able to survive, save Chico, and it's no one downed from either team.
Yeah, it's almost done though for Chico, but he's still able to run away from it. And how the Padap used the Phantom Slash to just go in and go up. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, a Numian Blast setup as well. Just make sure that no one can shut Zoriano down in the bottom lane, because two members from Malaysia trying to chase him away with a really a good cover coming from Momchu, and it's not gonna be another target down in the bottom lane.
That is very great defensive use of the Numian Blast. The Litho Wanderer will be taken away, but look at that. That is a Yin Overturn being used, and the Malaysians are taken very low, but they are not backing down. Right now, Amaparat is being used, and that will be Villa Luna taken out, and Formaze pressures away the rest of the members. But you can see Dapper waiting for an opportunity. I don't think he will be finding anything too crazy right here. As the Malaysians, they converge on the bottom side. If they're lucky, they might just catch Soriano off guard here, as Formaze is trying to delay the collapse coming in from the rest of the Filipinos. But I think right now the Malaysians will be able to get that turret, but Luminous Blast being used by Moon, stolen away from Villa Luna, as Chico guys will be able to take out Del Rosario. But as a result, that is two members taken out, and Dapper has arrived. Three members running away from the full brunt of the Filipino aggression. That will be Formaze taken out as well.
It's 3-4-1, an advantage and a lot of benefits from Malaysia, even though they have to lose the bottom lane here. But three members down, and it's gonna be the fourth one, which is it's Chico guys, who will be punished in the middle lane, Arashi.
Just constant back and forth here. Chico guys, after the initial fight, he gets caught out yet again, and the Filipinos are able to equalize the trade in the bottom side, taking out that turret as well. Map control is still very much contested here, but I can't help but feel on a tank jungler, Del Rosario is going to have a lot better time contesting for these neutral objectives.
Agree with that, and let's see what will Malaysia needs to do here, because now Philippines, they are trying, you know, it's the moment when you play Mobile Legends, you know that you have a feeling, okay guys, we are snowballing right now, so this is time for us to just giving a more pressure and pressure towards our opponent, right? And now this is what Philippines do. They are trying to giving a lot of pressure to Malaysia, and they want to play and to get more objective turrets even in the top lane.
As we say that the Yums gets bursted down, he will be able to survive as the Numian Blast has been used. The Malaysians are coming in to try and back up their top side. Momo and Yums though, Amaparat being used, Villa Luna gets taken under the turret, but he will still be able to survive as Chico guys comes in. He gets bursted down though, Yin Yang Overturn along with everything else. He gets taken out as Yums will be forced to back away. Soriano with the snipe will not be able to secure the kill, but look at the flame shot! Actually lands onto Yums, and Formaze will be forced to back away. He is stuck under the turret though, as Moon will try to recall, but they might spot him as well. Formaze gets taken out. Moon will survive with his life. The turret will be the next victim for the Filipinos though.
Did you see the zoning again and again coming from Philippines? It makes Malaysia, they are so much in the hard situation right now. They cannot force themselves to go back with the recall. They have to let Philippines to do their things in the top lane just now. No one realized actually the Yin Yang Overturn comes out from Imam, and also the flame shot that really on point from Imam. It makes Malaysia, they have to, you know, sometimes you have to prepare for this kind of stuff, right?
Here we go though, more stuns being used as Villa Luna is just relentlessly treating the Malaysians with a lot of pressure. But still, for now, both teams are just waiting for the next objective. They don't want to risk losing members before the objectives start spawning out. We talked about the Kagura not being so good, but Imam is proving me wrong right now.
Oh!
As right here, look at that, engaged on the turret though. Electro Final will being used with the Petrify as well. That is the Malaysians falling apart. Double kill for Imam yet again. But look at Momo doing the damage, dealing the DPS. Formaze trying to help him out, but that's 5 members against 2. Del Rosario comes back in, threatens away pushes the Malaysians away from the rest of the roster, and they will still be sieging with full roster. 5 members
Oh,
and the stun
this
though
flick!
being used by Formers with that flicker. Soriano very low, taken out with the Prince's Wrath, and now Momo is a free hitting as Formers is stopping all the momentum. But look at that knockup, won't be enough as the members of Malaysia spawn back, and now they can go for the Lord without Soriano on the field.
Oh my god, now Malaysia, they want to force the Lord fight here in the lower pit, and it's gonna be a disaster if Philippines, they cannot counter it back. Now 5 members from Malaysia, they are chasing Villa Luna away with the Guardian Bulwark up, but the town connects to Villa Luna, and it's gonna be another target that's coming in from Malaysia, which is Villa Luna. There's not gonna be another, no Million Blast setup from Philippines.
No frontline for the Philippines right now as Formaze deals a lot of damage to Dap, but he is alone right now. The follow-up comes in from Del Rosario, but the rest of the Malaysians zone away Soriano and Imam. The Lord is still doing a lot of damage to the Malaysians though. This is a dangerous situation as you see Del Rosario flanking around, having his eyes on Chiku as Yums gets very, very low. And now it is just back down to the setup as Formaze actually walks right in front of him. Is there going to be a big play though? Dash does not land, and the Lord is started by the Filipinos. And in the top side, they see Momo on the field. So this might just be a free Lord taken by the Philippines. They're trying to rush it down as Formaze tries to do something, and Chiku goes for the steal, but he gets knocked up. Not just stunned right here though, but the flick from Luna. The fallout from Dap as well. That is 2 members down from the Malaysian squad, and the rest will follow through. Shotgun for Formaze, but actually Momo picks up a shotgun as well. He's kiting so well right here, and Dap cannot find the kill as Yums is still in the front, but he's alone. He's left by the rest of the members, and you can see that they do not want to let him escape. Villa Luna still beating down on him, but they decide to go for the Lord, and on the top side, Momo is forced to deal with the waves.
The K-thing, how long the fight? It was amazing. No Million Blast setup. 3 members got stunned, and the Pada followed it very, very fast. And the Lord is going into the hand of Philippines right now.
That is the Lord secured. Yums tries to do a lot of damage as Momo is still free hitting again and again. He is not under control right here as Villa Luna gets taken out. He's unstoppable, but for how long? He gets bursted down by Soriano with the snipes. Filipinos are not done just yet though as the flame shot nearly takes Yums out, but Formaze is alone, struggling for his life with the Prince's Wrath. It won't be enough as Imam picks yet another kill up. Chiku in the front, Yums trying to survive, but he gets taken out as his immortality is popped up. Moon tries to do damage, but Soriano will continue gunning down the members from Malaysia. That is a 3-4-1 right now, and the Lord is walking down the mid lane.
It's insane, Arashi. Did you see the K thing? It keep happening from Philippines and also Malaysia. And did you see that Formaze deal a lot of damage towards Soriano, but it's not easy to take him down. And now the Lord is marching down inside the base, into the base of Malaysia.
Ooh, Stone Luminum Blast being used, but Imam goes in instead. Rina Overton does not succeed in landing. Chico, guys, takes out Imam. That is a great pickup as the Malaysian look for some more. Chico goes in, but the Petrify like the final blow combo used by Dap. He's unstoppable. He's going in 1v5. He finally gets knocked down. Wait, he is still terrified, but he is going for Moon. Moon, very, very low right now, but that is a shutdown picked up by Momo. Ooh.
Wow, Dap. He tanked all of the damage. 1 versus 3, 1 versus 4, trying to give some distraction in the other lane just to make sure all of the members from Philippines, they're actually very, very low, can go back and recall safely to their base. This is amazing plays that are coming from Dap. But I realize Formaze, he also tried so hard to be the front laner for Malaysia, and he hopes that actually the damage dealer from Malaysia, which is it's gonna be Momo, can try to follow him up. But the problem is not easy as well for Momo because he needs to pay attention with his positioning.
That is a concealed play by the Malaysians though. Villa Luna will be the primary target, but he will be able to escape as Moon dashes in though. He is in the sights for a big Luminum Blast. It actually lands onto Yums, but the snipe coming from Soriano will take him down. Dap gets very, very low. The Yin Yang Overturn is used onto Formaze. That's a double kill for Soriano. The rest of the roster from Malaysia, 3 members running away, and the Filipinos have a 1-4-2 trade.
Oh, I'm so confused, honestly, because it's very, very It's very long team fight, yes, and it's very chaos here. Malaysia, they seems refuse to surrender. They seems refuse to give up, and they still want more. I mean,
Last lands! Oh my god, that is Yurum's getting taken out. Unstoppable. And Momo, very, very low, but he'll be able to survive. The snipe lands on the Chico instead, and the Malaysians are on the back foot. It's a 4v3, but Formace is up right now. He is relatively squishy, but he has enough crowd control to spell disaster for the Philippines. They're clearing the waves, and the Philippines recognize the threat. Formace leading the charge, looking for something more, but it does seem like the Philippines will be able to back away, as Dapidap already proactively pushing on the other side of the map.
Did you see the damage from Imam towards Momo? With the Yin Yang Overton connects with the umbrella? It makes Momo has to at least respect with the magic damage that Philippines has. But look at that, the final requirement open up again, and another setup from Luna, and I think it's gonna be a fight for Philippines here.
Moon tries to do a lot of damage, but it won't be quite enough. Luna will eventually get taken out, but Formace is out of the battle as well. Momo is doing a lot of damage, but he gets taken out on the other side. Chico does his best with the Abyssum Strike, but Dapidap is just so lethal right here. Dashing around. Soriano with the monster kill. Yum's now the final target. Imam picks up yet another one, and that is a wipeout for the Filipinos. They are pushing, they're looking for an opportunity here. There is 16 seconds on the shortest death timer of the Malaysians, and they think they have a chance here. Soriano pushing the wave, cutting it as soon as possible. 8 seconds for Formace, the tankiest member. Will the Filipinos be able to take him out before he stops the minion waves? Here we go, the base very low. Formace spawns, but it won't be enough. Look at Matatak, the Filipinos have done it!
To end